My name's DebEspace, Deb Elfalian, Debbie, Deborah if you're mad at me. And we are
discovery, yourself the centre, set me free. In rounds of true hypocrisy, awaken spirit for all to see. Are you there just holding on? Being happy is being strong. To human needs call you back. Have your baby, that is that. Will it be my turn tomorrow? Will it be our turn today? Will it be my turn tomorrow? Will it be our turn today?
making a video about being in a rock band in the year 2016. We're making this video because we're making it for the future, for the aliens and the non-aliens that could be watching this now, in the past, but there in the future, which is still here. Anyway, let's get on with it. Being in a rock band, lost in space. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Step out of the 9 to 5. Do you really have that choice? Hippies drop out from the sky. Now all ravers jump that high. In the beginning it had to be said, you can't jump down when you're under the bed. Just the torture of real life.
David and I have always been in a band together since we met in 1987 at Lee's flat, Camberwell sort of way, Dulwich. And we then decided what we would do would be to get a band together. He played guitar, I sang, and we both wrote music. Not music, songs. So anyway, we got the band together, but then within the first week we were shagging. And then within the first month or two, no, we met in the March and we got married on the solstice in the June of 1987. This is the first band we got together. It's David on guitar, and then there's Michael Foley and Steve Virus, Mick on bass and Virus on drums.
No. I won't shut it, I told you.
And we were called Totentanz, which is German for Dance of Death.
Listen to us.
Totentanz went through a few different lineups. From 19 87 to 1991, including some drummers and some bass players that were all brilliant. This is David. He's the guitarist. Right, Bob. Filming. And what's happening here, sir? This is a Chapel Road standoff. Neither car will move and go back a bit and pull over so that the rest can go past. Look, it's still standing there bibbing. Anyway, let's tell David what we're doing. We're doing a documentary about being in a rock band. What's it like? We are fucking doing one. Right. We're walking down the road and we're multitasking. Come on, man. Anyway, he is the guitarist in Lost in Space. He has been for a long time, and he was the guitarist in Totem Dance. Do you have any songs, David? Do you? Oh. Yes, he does. He writes quite a few, but not as many as me. Although they are of a much higher quality and more sort of, you know, heretical, allegorical and all that jazz.
It's on its way.
Check out DebEspace's Under One Roof Rockstar Shop. All under one roof. Wigs, platforms, glitter. Don't you get bored being in a band? Come on. No, he doesn't get bored being in a band, Mum. See, whoever you're in a band with at the time, it's like an extended, focused, lovely little family. And, you know, it's really nice being in a band at 51. And being in a band at 20-something. Because I don't know, what was I when we started? My first band was Teacher's Pet. I auditioned and got through past hundreds of beautiful young girls. And yeah, then I met David just threw the band in and went, nah, it's alright, we're going to do my own band. Bye. Where? Where did we play his Totem Dance? Oh, come on. The George Roby we played, the Old Queen's Head, and what is known as the toilet circuit of South London and North London as well, basically the toilet circuit of London. A few festivals, you know, the Pullens, squatted areas, Totem Dance. I did that was really fun. Right, well basically in 1991 we just had enough. It weren't working out for us. We were like known as a goth band, and why were we a goth band in a day when goth's gone? Shit like that. I never thought we was really a goth band. We was doing the same songs we're doing today. And some of them in very similar ways. So it's just a question of, if you write songs and you play them to the public and you record them, after 28 years, some of those people are going to remember them, would have grown up with them and loved them, and that's kind of like what's happened. So even though the bands have changed, the lineups have changed, the names of the bands have changed, and now we're Lost in Space, it don't matter, we're still doing the same songs. It's me and David, and there's always a couple of nice guys as part of our family doing the rhythm. In 1991, when we disbanded Totem Trance, the band, we pretty much straight away said, right, let's get a new band together. And a mate of ours, Irish Dave, introduced us to a mate of his, and she knew Bob Wand. Bob Wand was the Lost in Space drummer. From 1991 to 1993, 94, something like that. Basically, we loved Bob, and we thought he loved us. But then he got a better offer, and he went abroad, and he worked with Big Audio Dynamite in America, and you know, who can say no to an opportunity like that? So Bob left, and for a while there we had a few different guys on the rhythm section. Kane, my mate Chrissy's son, he played bass, and we had Tony Morley on the drums. These were all these were drummers and bass players from the times of 95 to 97. So that is sort of like a big chunk. That's the birth of Lost in Space. And Bob was with us, and he was on bass. We had Stan, an old friend of mine from years ago. Good old Stan, he was great in that first recording at the Fortress at King's Cross. It was a good recording. We've done about 6-7 songs all in one go. It's a 24-track studio, it was quality. Who else was on the bass for Lost in Space? Oh God, I've got to rack my brains. Anyway, they were all good, and it was great. But then we couldn't sustain the Lost in Space vibe and feel, ending up at the garage in Islington with 2 session guys. It was time to put that band to bed, and that's when David got called in for work. There was a period when David was forced to get a job.
Thanks, yeah.
How was it, Deb?
The chambermaid's husband.
Oh, no
And so, like, the whole band thing had to go on hold for quite a few years. During that time, I got together with a couple of girlfriends of mine, and we put a band together called Mothers in the Hood, Mothers in the Hood, and that was a laugh. Awful. None of us could play, but we enjoyed it. And then, like, I did the X Factor in 2005. The X Factor, was it 5? 2005. The first one, or was that a set? No, I think it was 2004, you know, the first one. I don't know. Whatever the one was, I got on the telly with the X Factor.
If you'd have had training, I mean, years ago, it would have really helped. No, we're not.
Sure, I've got a brilliant voice. If I'm not right for the show, for the way I look or whatever, that's fair enough, right? But you can't knock my voice.
But Debbie, you've turned up looking like Shirley Temple at 50.
And then Sharon was talking and I started singing Crazy Train. And I walked out and then singing Crazy Train.
Right.
You don't know what to do with your voice. It's massive and it could be massiver. But the thing is, I think we've left it too late.
Crazy, but that's how it goes. Millions of people living as fools. Maybe it's not too late. Mental wounds not healing, driving me insane.
Debbie.
I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train.
I was going to say yes to it.
And then the following year, got together with some people from the X Factor that had been rejected, and we created a recording of a song that David and I done back in the old Totem Dance days, Hit Me, and we added some lyrics about Simon Cowell and basically Trisha went to Scream Studios where we'd recorded it, and just, well, not her personally, but she sent someone there to pick up the master tape so that, like, we could go on the Trisha show.
And for those who want more of Debbie, she's coming back later on in the show with some friends. Have a lie down now, quickly. Okay, now before we leave, here's a group of women who are keeping their dreams alive. Please welcome back Debbie and the X Factor Rejects. I'm going to say bye-bye.
Where's me music?
That was a laugh.
I was
Born this way.
Anyway, that led to us playing with Mark and Tony in The Invited, and we had a band called The Invited for a while. We've done a few pubs in Croydon and up the Palace, and then we went and got back with Bob a few years later. When we got back with Bob, we did our first gig in 12 years at the Jam in Brixton Road. Take a look at this.
fucking told ya.
Ain't scaring you, are we?
Didn't I? What? Fucking told ya. It's going all over the place.
Inch by inch, Bob. It's moving out slowly, inch by fucking inch.
A few years later, I got back with Bob. But we couldn't get a bass player for love nor money. Couldn't find one to play with him. No, we just couldn't get one. Anyway, I'd done a bit of a spot with Alex Zane. I had to enter a competition, make a video, make it funny or whatever, or appealing, and send it in or something. And I think what I ended up doing was I got a lot of hits. I just changed wigs. I was singing some song or something, saying something, and I was changing wigs every clip. And that got me onto the BA co-presenter with Alex Zane on MySpace Planet Mars radio show. And that was great. I think after Bob, we actually done some work with a good friend of ours called Lucian, who's a wicked musician, recording artist, producer and DJ, and we met him at London FM back when we was doing Lost in Space the first time round with Bob. We got in contact with London FM and they were like a pirate radio station, and we ended up getting involved, and they played us a lot and it was good, and we done a couple of shows, more than a couple of shows. We actually became DJs on London FM. David was called Ernest Fairchild and I was the mystery woman. Which then later on obviously led on to us working with Lucian, and he basically recorded us, me and David, as a duo, doing loads of songs, and he's brilliant at what he does. And we made some videos, and then not long after that, that's when we met Cliff at the open mic night in Crystal Palace. Quick proceed. Cliff come along with his bass player. We met him up at an open mic night up at Palace, and that was like, we got together as a band with Mick, Cliff, David and me as Lost in Space. Was it 3 years ago or 4 years?
Jesus was a mushroom, early Christian man with ease. But taking out his body, it was psychedelic peace. A dream. The lads are off to the pub all right, just like yesterday. Where were you last year? Year before that? Supping the same beer, same malicious chat. Backstab relations, pretty rich kids, and the ones that aren't will act as dads. Giving the oofs and dishing the crap. Steaming, drinking, don't be a lightweight. No other woman should fill you with deep hate. Just called sick. Come on, baby, flag me down, especially you with a dickhead crown. Wanna be angry, damn, strike me, you can't do it. This small town, this small town, this small town, this small town. Don't believe the women are as good as the boys. Don't let the girls play with your toys. The weaker sex are all bad. The only thing they're good at is laying on their backs. Take it back, all back. Some spread on through their family's madness. It breaks my heart to see such sadness. All their money can't help them now. You can't drown truth in your stinking beer. And the paranoia comes when you're all stoned. Do it with the boys, never do it alone. You're all so punk, you can always be trendy, but that wouldn't go down with dear old granny. And the weekend, be hippies, let's keep the barman happy, 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 happy. This small town, this small town, this small town, this small town. Don't believe the women are as good as the boys. Don't let the girls play with your toys. The weaker sex are all bad. The only thing they're good at is laying on their backs. Take it back, back, all back. Take it back. Don't believe the women are as good as the boys. Don't let the girls play with your toys. The weaker sex are all bad. The only thing they're good at is lying on their backs. Take it back, all back. Take it back, back. This small town, this small town, this small town.
Years. 3 years. We've been lost in space. And the thing is, they say, like, if you're in the charts or whatever, you don't get a very long lifespan, 3 years and that's it. But when you're not in the charts and you're doing what you want, 3 years goes by so fast, but at the end of it, you got a product. You got like CDs, you got t-shirts, you got gigs, and you got people loving your music, and it's great. And look, there's the book and record bar. It's where Lost in Space done a gig at the book and record bar in West Norwood.
I am spontaneous.
One of ya.
Yourself a black rat plastic out.
first gig, what year was it? The gig in Croydon at the Green Dragon. Oh well, 3 years ago then was our first gig, and that was at the Green Dragon in Croydon, and that was for the Green Party. We always do a little gig for the Green Party, and it was well attended and everyone bloody loved it, and we couldn't believe it because it was just a bit punk rock.
Early days.
Another early days gig which was brilliant was the South Norwood Festival. Lost in Space at the South Norwood Festival.
I know it's early, but you can get up and do it now. You can do it later, you can do it this afternoon. But now, get into the now. Happening awareness is now.
Oh my god, it was good. I like playing festivals. One of our worst gigs as Lost in Space, just, you know, as the recent lineup, was New Cross Tavern. There was about 5 people there, if that. 3 of them walked out during Get a Life, which isn't good. But up the Albert at Crystal Palace, on my 50th birthday, we had a wicked gig. I mean, I didn't even have a voice because we'd done a gig the night before at Antenna Studios. And like, we'd done this gig up the Palace. Everyone was going mental, dancing, jumping up and down, getting rowdy. Yeah. It was fucking great. We've done a few songs. And then we've done a few gigs up the Albert since then. The Halloween one this year was, or last year, 2015, was well attended and great fun.
Happy Halloween!
When we played at the Nambuka up Holloway Road, it was a shame because there was some really good bands playing there, but there was not really an audience. And that was really what happened at New Cross as well. If we go too far out of the zone, our fans don't come or something, I think. No, don't listen to me. We'll make new ones. One of our really good success stories is Money Ive in Scotland. And there's a pub there called Craig Darroch. And it's brilliant. The people are so nice, so welcoming, so cool. So
You have of the house what's right, and even the energy. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
happy that you're there.
Awareness is now. You are here, I am here. Loving people in atmosphere. All we want, it has come. Freedom and money, our life is fun. The world is beauty, she's healed herself in danger. is what we want to see. It's all come true. Believe and see it through. See it through. See it through.
It's just uplifting. We love going to Scotland and doing the gigs. It's just, you know, if you think it's a long way from Peckham to Brixton, think again, Scotland.
Long way to go. If you're walking,
I'm available, girl.
We get a lot of support from Croydon Radio. We love Croydon Radio. Not only because they play us, but they play other people's music, and it's, what is it that they call it? Opium. Not opium, other people's music, no. We love new music. They've got a section on Croydon Radio and we upload our songs there. And then sometimes they really like what we've uploaded and they say we're going to play it on the radio, on the shows, on the Crowbot, and it gets played like quite a lot, and it's really good. Croydon Radio, tune in on the internet, you know. I'm actually looking forward to Trev and Ben, because their show is coming up soon in 2016. They will be playing Lost in Space. They promised me from the new album. We've done a new album at Croydon Studios, Scream Studios in Croydon. 16 songs, and it's great. And they're going to play straight off of that. So Croydon Radio. This is DebEspace saying tune into Croydon Radio because they're ever so good. But I want to try and ask David one question. One question. Is it all about playing the guitar? And then he went round to see his mate, Mickey English, and Mick's a big star. Not because he's like egotistical or anything like that, because he is literally such a brilliant musician, and he's so funny, and he's a great guy, and he's been playing with so many different great musicians over the years, but notably top of the pops, it was Mickey English playing guitar with Max Splodge's Bounce. Brilliant band. So like me and David are big fans of Splodge. So when we found out that our bass player was a Splodge bloody guitarist, we was over the moon, we were thrilled. So good old Cliff bringing home the bacon there, introducing us to his good mate, and then the rest is history. I'll let them take it from there.
So what if I am? At least it makes me happy to know that I can. The power of a laugh can't be surpassed. A healing remedy stops you from indulging fast. Happiness and the laugh. Now that I'm so happy to be here, happy, happy, happy indeed. You know I'm lucky to be here. A happy disposition is waiting for me. You know I'm happy to be here, happy, happy, happy indeed. You know I'm lucky to be here. Happy disposition is waiting for me, waiting for me. When the dog says, how you feeling today? Give a great big smile, say, happy as luck, dog, happiness is catching, they say. It helps to spread the love, don't worry, said a voice from above. Be a happy bunny, see all that is funny. Life that